Virgo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for mid-July. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energies, and what you may not see coming. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing some time with me. I hope you're enjoying your month so far. Today is the first day of Mercury retrograde, your ruling planet. So be mindful of that. I'm sure you're very well aware. This time period over the next 3 weeks requires a bit more patience than normal. We've got the King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands on the surface layer here, indicating you are really focusing on your self-care, maybe spending a little bit more time at home with loved ones. There could be a partnership that you're really finding a sense of security in. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Virgo today. Feeling a real nice softness, Virgo. A nice soft energy. Well, if you feel like it's time to giddy up and start putting things in motion in a realm in your, whatever realm in your life you know I'm speaking about, we've got the Knight of Swords here. Strong air energy. Oh, the Knight of Cups. Ooh, 2 knights. Okay. This could be someone who's in hot pursuit of you, interested in you, wanting to communicate with you, wanting to go out with you. 2 knights. Usually this is messenger energy. So this is someone who likes to communicate a lot. They could have strong air or water placements. So we have strong air and water with these 2 knights. I like this. I think as it pertains to yourself as well, you're meeting them halfway, right? There's an excitement in the air. Knight of Swords energy is a very quick, momentum building type of energy. So you could have love that's building in your life at this time. Could be new love as well with the Knight. Ooh, all right. I rarely get 2 knights. I like that, especially in the opening, current, and crossing. So it's almost like it has a life force of its own. If this is foreign to you and it doesn't have anything to do with a romance, because the strongest like incoming romance alert cards have to do with these 2, and Knight of Wands as well. But we'll see if there are more knights circling around you, Virgo. But I would say that you are moving in a spirited direction towards a deeper state of love in general. And it feels like someone's joining you in the party. Oh, yeah, someone is. Hierophant. We could be talking about a deep partnership. This is also your spiritual leadership. Could be elevating, learning new techniques. You could be experiencing new things. I love the Hierophant energy, especially in this deck. It has a very strong mysticism, frequency of sacred knowledge, sacred devotion, sacred discipline. King of Wands. Ooh la la. Looks like some healthy masculine energy, Virgo. Whether you are feeling bold and brave, charismatic, lit up, or you have somebody around you that's really making you feel good. We'll put it that way. King of Wands. I like that. That's your opportunity for the rest of the month to embody this energy frequency. There's a lot of, it's almost like there's this undercurrent under your feet. As you can see, it's got a yellow landscape. This is fire at its highest octave, beyond the major arcana. So the major arcana, there's a lot of fire in some of those cards. But this, he's carrying his wand. So there could be a lot of passion, sparks of inspiration, other kinds of sparks. Let's see. Challenge. Knight of Pentacles. Maybe slowing this down a little bit, savoring it, pausing, making sure you're experiencing a bit more balance. Maybe you want to go full speed ahead. We have 2 knights and a king. So there's a lot of bold determination, action, fiery energy going on in your life in July. And maybe it's just a matter of let's be Let's be a little bit more practical. Let's slow down. Some of you are waiting for this energy to come in, and you're like, all right, how much longer? How much longer? I'm committed to building something new in my life. And now I feel like you're getting that green light. You've been getting that energy lately, Virgo, of just whatever you've been sitting on, whatever projects, whatever ideas, dust them off, put some time and energy into it, and see what happens. All right. Near future. Yeah. See? Because when you do, you will elevate. You will experience a little bit more, we'll say, material success. I think you have someone around you that's making you feel, we'll say, I never say this, that you're standing in a bountiful place energetically, like anything is possible type of energy. 9 of Pentacles. It's satisfying richness. One step away from the 10. Think, you're standing back, and as you can see, she's dressed nicely. Male or female, this is looking good, smelling good, feeling good, because you're taking care of yourself in the earthly realm. You're taking care of your personal matters. I'd say this is probably one of the strongest starts to a reading I've had for you in a long time. I think one of the things that you've been working on too is as love comes towards you and it feels like a sudden change and you're very excited and passionate about it, and you could be looking at the next level in this connection, and you're trying to take your time, and there's a lot of excitement behind this. You're trying to maintain some more independence than you normally do in connection. What's at the bottom of the deck? 7 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Emperor. Wow, you are leveling up. And I think this person around you, you're wrapping up a cycle. Goodness. We're just going to take, oh, wow. We're going to take all this. We've got some beautiful energy here, Virgo. What you don't see coming, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Then the Page of Swords came out. So you're learning that your hard work is paying off. This is when we, during the retrograde season, which is, I'm seeing a lot in the 7 of Pentacles lately, which is when we pause and we take a look around and you're looking at what you've created and you're like, I feel good. I feel so good about what I've manifested. I'm ready to reach for more, because you have the 9 of Pentacles here. So as you sit and you reevaluate in your own garden, right, of Eden, you are considering what moves you need to make. You're studying, surveying the land, looking at maybe, if you want to compare it to the analogy of gardening, you're looking at the weather patterns, and, this is doing the research and taking a look at where you're putting your time, energy, and resources, because what you're doing is you're leveling up. I also feel like you have someone around you that's inspiring you. If it's not about a partnership, it's someone in the work environment, maybe a business partner or someone that you work alongside, or a boss figure that is it's like they're inspiring you to dream bigger, to be more determined in your own empowerment, in your own leadership, and in your own wisdom. This feels like healthy aspects of your divine masculine and healthy aspects of a divine masculine around you, whether it's male or female, okay? It's passion, it's leadership, it's wisdom. This man has an eagle sitting on a shield, all right, with a staff. Like, he means business. So you could be conquering new realms in the world of business, becoming an entrepreneur, leveling up, scaling up, maybe even creating a new business, launching it in the coming weeks or months. But this cycle, right, that you are graduating from is poising you in a perfect position to begin anew. This is perfect. We have the World and the Fool come out side by side. So this is when it's a graduation point. I almost feel this Saturnian energy in Aries here, this retrograde, and how it's a marked point on the life's path of our soul's evolution, and saying, is it time for me to cash in some credits? As I hear a beep, beep, beep. Is it time to cash in some credits on the spiritual wheel for all my good doings? And you're saying, I believe that, I've got some credits for sure. And I like it. So this is amazing. I want to just stop here. I don't want to go deeper because it's like, keep doing what you're doing, Virgo. You're in a good energy. You have a lot of good abundance coming in. You're going from the Seven of Pentacles, like I said, to this Page of Swords, the Emperor, the World, the Fool. We also have an Ace of Pentacles. So people are investing in you. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in others. And it's like you got the whole world in the palm of your hand. And I believe you've got some big plans moving into this next cycle. And these credits are cashing in of good karma. All right, let's get some frequencies before we go a layer deeper. But I see a lot of abundance, a lot of earthbound energy here that's kind of grounding this reading in a very, prosperous growth mindset energy. Taking the bull by the horns, Virgo. I like seeing it. Align. Yeah, this is aligning with your divine masculine. This is empowerment, taking inspired action in the direction of your dreams, having everything you need to do so. This is, if you build it, they will come type of energy, right? Believe in yourself, Virgo. Celebrate. Yeah. I think this, like I said, it's a graduation point on the karmic wheel where you are cashing in some soul credits. Comfort. Wow. And it could have to do with a love in your life. You're maintaining a lot of, sovereignty here. Nine of Pentacles is being sovereign, feeling free, standing on one's own, being self-reliant. I'm also seeing you co-creating, whether it's a business partner or a new lover or an existing lover. There's something deepening in a really profound way in July for you. Let's read these. Align. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. That Saturnian influence, right? All the lessons learned. Pushing against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, and trust. This could be have a lot to do with what you're building, because these are building blocks. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. And you have these divine forces that are here to assist you. Right? The world. This is, whatever you're building, it's marked by big success and a feeling of freedom. Could be financial freedom for a lot of you. By becoming an entrepreneur for the first time, or setting up a new business that is going to last for a long time. All right, you reap what you sow, so make sure that you set your intentions high in July. Celebrate. You're being asked to celebrate a recent accomplishment, no matter how big or small. Do something special to commemorate the moment. You deserve that, and so much more. So there could be a celebration at hand in the second half of July, a milestone achieved around where you find yourself in life. Cause for celebration, time to celebrate. And then we have comfort. How can you bring more comfort into your life? You can increase your comfort through tangible things such as soft clothes and food, and intangible things such as thinking loving thoughts about yourself and inviting peace into your heart. So if you've had a hard time in general, which I'm not seeing, I'm seeing that you're in an upswing in your own willpower and drive. And I feel like a very strong, ambitious energy that's coming into your life at this time. Seek comfort in staying positive and thinking loving thoughts. What you've contended with in the past doesn't have to be your future, but you have to focus on this present moment to align, right? So align and celebrate and take comfort in where you have arrived. You've come to a new station, a new life station, where it does feel like abundance is overflowing to you in the near future, but you got to put the effort in and believe in yourself. All right, Virgo? All right, let's go deeper. Let's check in with this Hierophant. You aligning with your spiritual wisdom? Are you aligning with someone else in a deep commitment? Do you have, marriage on your mind? Are you looking at someone as a potential spouse? Are you married? Let's see. See what the energy is. What's underneath this Hierophant? What is this Hierophant wanting to say to you? This is the energy for the rest of July, Virgo. What is this Hierophant talking about? Spiritual truth, Page of Pentacles. So keep going. Page of Pentacles with the Hierophant. Wow. something's sneaking up on you. It's what you call a powerful manifestation. We have the Hierophant clarified. Golly, Virgo, you are just on fire. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Magician. I think the challenge is that, this is when we wait for it. And you're like, I'm just never going to get it. And then you surrender to the universe and all of a sudden it just poof. So you have a manifestation coming in. Don't stay committed to what you're building in your life, like with utter sacred devotion. If it's spiritual elevation, if it's a commitment, if it's you marrying your wisdom with your life purpose, your spiritual gifts with, your business, this is something you're manifesting that's going to just unfold, and you need to take your time, right? You may want to just go full speed ahead. Whatever this manifestation is in your life, because it's different for all of you. It doesn't have to be forced or rushed. It's just, it's kind of like how I approach my channel. It's a little bit every day. Just like my spiritual devotional practices, a little bit every day. Just like my wellness routine, a little bit every day. You see what I mean? You don't have to go like all or nothing here. And maybe you've had a tendency to do that, and then maybe you give up on things, And now, if this has to do with a romance, I would say you've got someone that sees long haul with you. The Knight of Pentacles is a sure thing. And I do believe that whatever is entered into your life, this is something that it's going to unfold. If there's something challenging going on, we're going to clarify, because the Knight of Pentacles is showing up in the challenge. I do have to think it has to do with a methodical, practical mentality when it comes to what this new chapter, right? Cashing in your credits. So you can savor the goodness. It's like I'm seeing that image of, what is that, Matilda? Where this kid loves cake, and she bakes this enormous cake and makes him eat it in front of everybody. And it's kind of a gross analogy, but it's kind of like that. Like when you get something sweet, and you're celebrating something, whenever you overindulge or overdo anything, it doesn't feel good. So they want you, when it comes to your manifestation, to be patient and to take it one day at a time. And don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just stay committed to it and do a little bit every day. This is, a one day at a time approach in love, in business, in career. And in life in general. But I think it's taken you a while too to realize that you are magic, that you have this divine wisdom within you, and that you can co-create the universe. Like you're realizing your own greatness here and what's possible for you. And I love it because it's almost like snuck up on you. It's one day you're like, I have arrived. Where was I? I don't know, but I feel different, I like this a lot. King of Wands, passion, so much passion. What did I say? I think you've waited a long time for something that aligns with you, someone that matches your spirit. Maybe even your spiritual life, your spiritual core. King of Wands. That's I got spirit. What was that? I remember being in high school playing sports. We got spirit. Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about you? It's something like that. Like, you've had maybe a lot of relationships fail because the person or people that you've been with just didn't have it in them, right? To maintain the drive and passion that you have. I'm getting you can drop your heavy burdens now. You can be absolutely your authentic self. Oh my goodness. All these fell out. More of the same cards. My goodness. Wow. 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 Okay. I'm kind of blown away by this energy. Your opportunity this month, Virgo, is to enjoy this karmic reward. This feels like Dharma journeying. It's taken you a long time to get to this point where this soulmate has entered your life. A lot of you have been alone. If it's not, it's a soulmate. Okay. This is someone meant to come into your life. They have strong fire. Leo, Sag, Aries, rising, sun, moon, Venus in this person. And it's almost like a relief. Two of Cups to the Ten of Wands. to the Nine of Pentacles. There you are, right near future. I'm sovereign. This person matches me. It's good karma. And this is also unconditional love. Learning to unconditionally love is part of your birthright here when it comes to deep partnership. Whether this is a BFF, ride or die, or a lover. This is deep, deep passion and love and independence. And it doesn't mean it's always easy. I feel like the hardship is you getting to this point. Maybe with this person, or maybe just getting to this point where this person's coming into your life because you've waited a long time to feel this way. I love it. We've got 2 9 of Pentacles, and maybe that's what you needed to learn. Self-reliance, independence. I'm okay on my own, but it should be nice to share my life with somebody, right? And I'm seeing that somebody come in. Here you are, the Hermit. You're in your energy. This is one of the best readings I've had for you in a long time, Virgo. It's just, it's lit. It's lit. It's deep. It's true. It's loving. It's passionate. It's sovereign. Good karma credits. You done good. You done good, Virgo. All right, let's see. Knight of Pentacles. I want to see, because we see it in the overall energy with the manifestation. And it's in the challenging position, this Knight of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles, the Lovers. Aha. This feels like energy when love comes in and like it just changes your routine. It changes your experience. You're now now you're a we and you're like an I as well. And it's like you're making decisions together. And I feel like there's just a lot. This is like when, letting something roll in. And it's a good, it's the good stuff, but it's still like overwhelming. So I feel like this feels like a letting go of control a stubbornness when it comes to blending your energy with another person and making that choice to uphold the highest tenets of love. Knight of Pentacles, practical, mindful, methodical, holding on to that perspective, that intent. This is about the intention behind this connection. Let's take our time. Okay, let's enjoy this connection. Let's make a choice that no matter through the highs and lows, we're patient with each other. When we have hardship, we remember that we're independent, but we remember that we can love without condition. Feels like you both are feeding your own sense of independence and self-reliance, and it's feeding this connection in profound ways. And it's about letting go of control and letting things flow. And I think that's what you are mastering, either in self, and now you're calling that in, or in a new relationship or existing relationship, and you're calling in like, hey, through the highs and lows, we got each other. I'm not going to let you go. You can depend on me. You can rely on me. And sometimes, I'm getting like loyalty to a connection and not giving up, especially if you feel like this has marriage material or you are married. This is loyalty to the love and the communication required to really be close with someone. Ooh. I like it. I like it. And I think that this love is making you juggle a lot of different points of view. It's changing the way you see your life in the future. 9 of Pentacles. I think this is also, even if you're in 2 minds about doing what you love, don't hold back from creating what you want. Let's see if we see any major arcana here in the near future. 6 of Cups, sweetness. Sweetness. The past. Nice. Wow. All right, we have the King of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. That's a lot of cups over the 9 of Pentacles. So this energy has a lot to do with communication from the heart, from a place of sweet love, a place of inner child opening. Like There's a lot of personal fulfillment and satisfaction that's deep in this connection. It could be a past life soulmate. There's something about the way the two of you communicate that is deeply fulfilling. I think too that you've got some new ideas around your own abundance, lifelong dreams kind of energy. There's just a lot of happiness here. It's personal happiness. We have 2 9s. And the King of Swords, it's like, truth, integrity, having healthy boundaries with the past as well. All right. Protect and safeguard what you're building in your life at this time, and don't let the past interfere. I think that's what you're doing. This is the King of Swords is over the 6 of Cups. Boundaries, past people, ex-lovers, as you elevate in a connection, those individuals don't belong. They just don't. Especially if they're still holding on to you. Anything that's going to disrupt a new connection, you're being asked to let go. Take your time. Retrograde energy does have a lot to do with taking a look back at the past and reconciling any differences you've had with people that are currently in your life or no longer in your life. And I think that that's allowed. It's almost like you're looking back at the past and saying, well, it led me to where I am now, and I'm happy about all the moves I made and the decisions I made, and I'm standing in my own center of truth. It looks like a lot of strength that you've gained on the path here. And a lot of stability. And I think that you're graduating to a more deeply secure place in self. And you have the sort of truth. So whatever you're building in your career, I feel like you have all the elements. I mean, you have this soft sweetness dream, it feels like, that could bring a lot of happiness if you just open up and speak and share your truth with others. This is the card of the communicator. Inspirational. All right? Inspirational. Now let's clarify all this good stuff here and what you don't see coming. We have another Hierophant. We have an Ace of Wands. And we have the Emperor, I see. I think the Hierophant wanted to come out in reverse. And the way I'm going to interpret this is thus. You're still having a hard time stepping into your own power. It could be you're worried that someone's going to cast a wider net or a greater light. Or, but here's the thing. I think that there could be, it's so interesting the Hierophant came out in reverse. Because I think it's just you keeping yourself in check and this person keeping themselves in check. Because this is about leadership. And I'm seeing almost 2 divine masculines. One standing strong and sturdy, and the other with a little bit of uncertainty. I think it's because, the Hierophant in reverse is someone who may have been, who's gone through divorce. And they want to move toward this. If it's not divorce, it's just commitment fears. I would say just be mindful. This could be a divine masculine around you that is leveling up, that has not invested in the commitment in the way that will really stabilize it. I want to get a little bit more. Why is this coming out that way? That's just so fascinating to me because it feels like it has to do with commitment fears. And almost like having difficulty. This could also be, no. This doesn't have to do with anyone else. This is the expression of the healthy masculine and the wounded masculine in you. I mean, it might apply. You might be dealing with someone who's got commitment issues, who's been divorced. But for the most part, I really want to talk about how it relates to you. You are being divinely inspired. You don't see how much wisdom you have. There is almost like this shunning or shaming of, I think it's because some of you have had, the Hierophant reverse is like disappointment in your faith, losing faith, and questioning your faith. So I feel as though, but this has to do with some of your gifts. See how it's like you didn't even see it coming? Your own greatness. Spirit is saying, see yourself the way we see you. And I think that the more you allow Spirit to open up within you, this is when a leader, I'm getting that whole vibe of like, like a Game of Thrones where someone's a natural leader, but they're having a hard time stepping into those shoes because it feels like it's too much, right? I'm not meant for that. I'm not meant to take the brass ring. I'm not meant to run an empire, right? But Spirit's saying you've been going towards this all along. But I want to see. I'm just curious. Hierophant. You've been going towards this all along, Virgo. Stay committed. Yeah. Spirit's like, all right. I think too, because I'm clarifying this, we're going to go back to the other example as it relates to a connection, because I do have someone here who's afraid that if they give this their all, that it could fail, that it won't lead to that long-term, it could be you. It might not be this other person, but there's a fear of failure of like reaching a higher level commitment and having everything fall apart. Hierophant in reverse. And then we have the Two of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands over it. So it's like Spirit's like, just take it one day at a time. And don't worry about the future. Focus on the love. Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, it's also letting go of control and allowing, it's like there's so many signs coming in every day around this connection that you don't need to get too far ahead of yourself. And when this person starts to project, you start to project more into the future. This is also someone maybe putting pressure or applying pressure on going to the next level and the other person needing more time. And I think that unless you've been waiting years, and I do think that there's going to be a little bit of a giddy up push. If you are dealing with somebody who's been afraid to either commit or move in or get engaged, I do see a shift. It's almost like Spirit's like, okay, now, if this person means as much to you as you say they do, then, show them, tell them, open up to them. All right? Interesting. I rarely get that. But it's fear around really committing and staying loyal to a connection. Especially, it's like Spirit sanctioning this. This is a manifestation. So don't worry about worst case scenario unless you want to create that. Interesting. Let's get a frequency. Getting on the top here. Remembrance and compassion. I think too, these are big lessons when it comes to any soulmate connection in our lives, platonic or romantic. You're showing me fierce independence, and I think that might be the problem, or one of the issues is just not wanting to lose oneself, lose one's spiritual path, lose one's connection, with, their own independence by being in partnership, deep partnership, whether it's a business partnership or a love partnership. Fascinating. All right. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Yeah, flow gracefully. And compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others. This is the lesson herein. Stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. Yeah, there's something deeply beautiful about this. This connection is allowing you to remember the frequency of compassion, to be non-judgmental, to practice what you preach, to be a role model in love and in career and in life. And don't give up, right? Just because your faith has been questioned, whether it was around marriage, tradition, you could have some cultural differences with this person or different ideologies for some of you. And Spirit is saying, move forward, iron out any differences. If you are married, one person may be, questioning this at this time, but it's almost like, let's stop, pause, reevaluate. Let's make some course corrections. Let's deepen. And I do see that happening because you're communicating from the heart here. And you're standing strong in your sense of self. And I feel like that's two people who come together. If they're really doing the work on themselves, it really, really is so beneficial for the connection. So I would say I'm not too worried about this Hierophant in reverse because of all the beauty around it. It's like the subtle fears that can undermine, right? Subconsciously a connection and the way someone shows up. So you just got someone who may be a little fearful because they've had a rough road when it comes to long-term commitment. Okay. All right. Or you. I've got all these different oracle decks. We're going to go with animals, work your light, priestess of light. Let's go with an animal. Yeah, I'm getting an animal spirit. There's a playful energy here. I love it. I mean, Knight of Pentacles came out 4 times. So you might want to take a look at that because that needs to be your approach during retrograde season, Virgo, right? Go put Knight of Pentacles in Chat GPT or Google, or open up a tarot book if you got one and sit and meditate. Came out 4 freaking times. All right. With 3 cards. Oh, interesting. I said 4 freaking times and 4 animals came out. Let's see what they are. Spider spirit. Ooh, make your dreams real. That's the first one. Second one, seahorse spirit. Watch and wait. Patience, flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. And starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. Let's see which one is the most important. And as far as the numerology, if you're curious, we have 38 going into 11 and compassion is 15 and 6. So this is a lot of you, this is a high spiritual love. There's something deeply spiritual about this connection. It could be really leveling you up in your spiritual path. Learn from the past as well. I'm getting here with that frequency. We have another 11 with the spider. So we have 1111. Metatron showing up. Strong spiritual message here for you. Then we have 8, 8, and 5. Wow. So this is the path of abundance, karmic changes that you're going through to level up in connection and in your spiritual wisdom. It's like, don't deny the guru within you. Hierophant in reverse. Don't deny your spiritual wisdom, your higher self, your true self. There's something around your ability to see this aspect of self and really honor it. It's sacred. All right, let's see. Which one out of the 4 is the most primary? We're just going to do a quick little shuffle here. Woo, I went long on you guys today. This one. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. 26. I like flamingos. They're pretty wild. They're pretty radical, aren't they? They are wild looking. Balance. Yes. Balance comes easily to flamingo spirit, who sees what was and what will be and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. You can be informed by what came before and plan for a future yet to be, but do not resist flamingo spirit's call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens. Yeah. With one foot in the life you are moving away from, and one in the future as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions. What was I saying? Highest intentions. You must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. The presence of flamingo spirit is also a sign that your creativity is arising within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there's much to know and learn before going forward with new plans. You can trust this moment and yourself as you take in what you see and become aware of all that you are experiencing in this in-between time. They want me to read the protection message as well, as I think this is going to pertain to some of you, not all of you. So keep, take what resonates, all right? If you're feeling nervous and wobbly, stop worrying about the past and the future. Instead, be present in the moment. Balancing for now is the space in which creativity arises. Creativity is your birthright, but if you're moving too quickly and attempt to avoid the discomfort of transition, you can blind yourself to the miraculous possibilities that are before you now, and those just coming into being. The past has its lessons, and planning has its merits, but right now you may be in balance because you're becoming too nostalgic for what once was or too anxious about what the future might hold. There's a time to plan carefully. For now, be still and know that Spirit is here, co-creating with you in this moment. The next step will appear when it needs to appear. Relax into a state of equanimity and balance, so any anxiety can transmute into trust and faith that all will be as it will be for the highest good. All right, I will leave it here, Virgo. Lots of love to you all. Namaste. Enjoy the retrograde. It is a time of in-between, sacred pause. I am starting a 21-day meditation journey. Tomorrow, Friday, I will be launching a video. I will put it on my timeline, the connection to the webpage with all of the description. It's a free community gathering for 3 weeks. So stay tuned for that. I will be posting all of that information tomorrow. All right, take care.